Another example though of how guys love more, just so y'all know, guys kill themselves at 4 times the rate of women. Now it's also because we are more violent, we are more likely to like do fucking crazy shit, like fully end it and stuff.
Yeah.
But after divorce, it's 9 times that of a woman.
Oh wow.
9 times.
Poor stink.
I literally have 3 friends, ladies, that all killed themselves within the last 3 years.
That's
Oh,
not
yeah,
very
Two of them
I'm
shot
not trying to
themselves,
let-
y'all. But
No,
Because they got divorced?
no, because their girlfriends just broke
Oh.
up with them. They just broke up with them. But
Dang.
just so y'all, you know, like that. But y'all need to understand,
Okay,
it is
I'm not.
it is that
breaking
serious
nobody's
though for
hearts
guys.
anymore.
I will say this.
It's
My
that serious.
ex-husband, before we got a divorce, I was like, you got one more chance. He did it. I was like, okay, cool, done. He literally drank Clorox and he took some Tylenol pills.
Wait
And
a minute.
and at first I contemplated calling the police because I was like, Now I was like, oh, I don't want this to be on me. Let me call him.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But I mean, you shouldn't even have felt bad because you gave him a bunch of chances. Like at this
I
point,
did.
it's your fault.
I just didn't want to.
You messed
I didn't
up.
want to go to jail for his.
No, I feel you though. But at this point, it's your
Whoa,
fault.
this just took a very dark
all
turn.
It's every man for himself.
So I just want to say something, just like, because the thing is, society has created a foundation for us to be cold-hearted.
Most definitely.
And so the reason I really do cape for men to be a little more emotional. I'm not saying you got to be on the floor,
Don't be a
curled
bitch.
up in a
Yeah.
ball
You
crying.
ain't gotta
Yeah,
fucking
but
just
cry.
don't be like one of those people. Yeah, I
I'm
don't
a
care. I don't
crybaby,
care about
so-
anything.
Right. I'm
Because
not.
that's just the trend.
Well, so what ended up happening, in my personal opinion, is men's answer to hardcore feminism was the fuckboy movement. So it's like, I don't care about anything. I'm a fucking anything that walks. And
City
so
boy!
the actual
City boy!
So the actual men who mean anything, they kind of get dropped down, and the high quality men are seen as simps, which him and I had an argument about this before of the definition of a simp. And it's because a lot of men are being told not to be a certain way that is naturally and biologically impossible. So when you have men imploding, it's because they are emotional. They don't know how to be communicative of their emotions, and they don't feel safe with you to tell you those emotions. Now, there's toxic men. There's men. There's the man that'll tell you, if you want to break up with him, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yep.
Why? Because we are allowed to be
I
emotional.
had that before.
So that's an emotional tactic for us to stay with that person. Now, women do it too. Don't get me wrong. Women will use that as a tactic to keep their man too. However, for men, I cape so hard for it. Like, it's something I'm really passionate about because I have known people to have also ended their lives due to emotional implodement, and it's because they don't know how to communicate that. They have to see a therapist in order to feel safe with that. But you should be able to go home to your woman and feel safe with that person and be able to, without having to feel like, oh, now you being a bitch.
I mean, most of these guys that are doing it though, they're doing it because they don't have a woman to go home to. Like their girl broke up and they're so alone and they have nothing, and that's why they go to it. When a guy does it, it's because he literally is at the bottom of the bottom. Like if you look at every guy that kills himself, it's financial. They're at the tippest of the bottom, but whether love, financial, all types of things. But when they're at the very bottom, they give up.
But they
because
also don't
whenever
have
you're at the
male
very bottom,
friends. They don't have male friends that allow them to be that either.
Agreed.
because
but
they
you
have
gotta
male friends
understand
that
when
are
a
like,
guy gives up, it's
Other
because
friends are giving them
I just want you to understand when a guy gives up, it's because he feels like there is no other option. Okay, nothing. That's the only reason why. And reason why women don't do it as much is because y'all always have another option, whether it's your
the option?
family or
We make
your
a
girl,
way.
like a girlfriend or another man. There's always another option. Guys get down so far they have nothing.
What did you say?
Well, yeah. What were y'all gonna say? Was somebody gonna say something?
Oh, you were gonna say. I just said I disagree.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I'm just explaining to y'all. Like I have friends, that have done this. Like shout out, rest in
I
peace to
agree
Mac
with-
Mac and
I most
Joshua and
definitely
Tybo. Like no, like y'all got to realize everything that I'm saying. You could disagree with all of it, and you can go look it all up and look at the statistics. Like I'm not lying about the 4 times rate of guys killing themselves or 9 times rate after a
I
divorce.
definitely believe it.
Yeah, it's
No.
very true. Like and
But they put themselves in that. Like,
I don't
Not
genuinely
necessarily.
I
mess
don't
up
think
so
so.
much.
Like I had a brother who like lost his life because like his wife was cheating on him, and like he did the stupidest thing, just for what?
Yeah.
It was dumb.
Yeah, no. What's the saddest thing? Like my 2 homies who shot themselves. It's like they did that, and afterwards I had to watch the girls that they were talking to that drove them to that point post on fucking Facebook and get all this sympathy from all these people,
And yet they didn't even.
and yet they
fucking
didn't
care.
give a fuck
Yeah.
about him that night whenever he needed him that bad.
Can I ask a
So
question?
like it gets to a really weird point where people would kind of like get attention from it.
But do y'all
Like,
did
it's
y'all
fucked up.
know what all was going on in
Did he
a
reach out to you?
relationship?
No, I wasn't reached out to. No, like guys don't reach out. Like, we don't, because when you're at the bottom, when you feel, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'll tell y'all this, ladies, as a guy with BPD, okay, one of the worst emotional disorders a guy can fucking have. Okay, so I've been at those levels. I'm telling y'all what it feels like and what it is for a man. I'm telling y'all straight, truthfully. It feels like you have nothing else. I don't even have my family. I don't talk to any of my family, y'all.
What?
Yeah, I don't talk to
Is
either
that your
none of my
thing, or
parents.
is it like a
No,
just a past?
well, it's a pride thing. It's because they did
That's
certain
the
things to
problem,
me,
too.
and then I'm not going to talk to them because
A
of what
pride
they did
thing
to me.
Pride
Yeah.
thing will make or break a
Yeah, I
whole
was
gonna say,
situation.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm just letting y'all know, guys have way less support systems. Y'all have a lot of support systems. It's that simple when it comes to the love thing.
Yeah,
I just want y'all
feel
to understand that simply.
So I feel
Y'all are
like
supposed to
men,
be
y'all are
strong.
so
Yeah.
scared to be vulnerable
Yes.
to even open up to a woman. Like y'all, again,
Because
it's a
we're
pride
supposed to
thing.
emote a different way. So like when I'm depressed, the best thing I can do is go work out or go play. I'm a paintball player. I should go play paintball. Go shoot some people. I should go and like
Love that for
do,
you.
because we emote differently. Women emote by, if my girl is having an emotional day, she wants to come and talk to me about it. She wants to come, and I will sit there and I'll listen to all the stuff that she wants to talk about. A guy, though, when we're having a bad day, we just need to go let it out physically. Like, emotions to us is like like, y'all know, especially you, how healthy it is to go run, how healthy it is to work out. It releases endorphins. Men need that shit when they're fucking depressed. They need it. So when we can sit here and tell guys you need to talk more when they really need to be going to the gym more, that's fucked up. That's causing issues. And don't get me wrong, some guys do. I think 10 to 20% of guys with BPD or other emotional issues, they got to talk about it because they got shit, they got trauma from their past or whatever it is, and they got to let it out. Everybody with trauma needs to let it out. You can't ever hold it in. You got to fully let it out. So yeah, I agree with you, but we're talking about the exceptions to the rule, which, I like to talk about the majority, not the exception all the time.
Can I say, I think a pride thing make or break a whole situation too.
Oh yeah, a pride
Like,
thing.
it will get
completely
in a way where it's like you literally messing up your blessing because of your pride, and it's like if you just move your
but
pride to
also
the side,
sometimes you got to push people out of your life that are in the way of your purpose.
True,
So like,
true.
so for a man, like, we know how feminism is. We know we live in a gynocentric society and all this stuff right now. It's sometimes you got to cut off your family. Sometimes you got to cut out some people in your life because they're never going to see your purpose. They're never going to see what you're trying to do, what you're trying to change, or what you're trying to build.
Yeah.
And so this happens to tons of men. I know tons of men that are in the same position as me. And it's because, yeah, like, our families don't want us, trying to do something, trying to change the world, trying to make a difference.
But you got to show them, like, it's more than life than, what I present to you, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey y'all, Sergio here. I just want to mention I've created a completely free guide that shows you exactly how I went from having low confidence and being painfully awkward around women to easily meeting and dating numerous high quality desirable women in real life without the use of any dating apps or social media. So if you're struggling to get out there, if you have approach anxiety or don't know what to say or how to interact with women to make them want you, and are sick of using dating apps with low value girls that hundreds of other guys have been chatting with, click the link in the description below to grab your free guide right now. And if you want private mentorship with me personally to help guide you every step of the way in this process, check out my mentorship program in the description too. I would be happy to help you reach your dating goals and overcome any obstacle you may face. And trust me, if I can do it, you can do it too. I hope to see you soon. Peace out.